Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Bill. I am the expat living out in the province of the Philippines, and I am a prepper. You know, I posted on my community page of this channel asking you guys what kind of videos you want. And a lot of you guys are curious about what it is like to live out in the Philippines, right? What's it like to be an expat? Now, I've survived, or I should say I've lived comfortably well for over 9 years full time here now in the Philippines, and it's something that I guess I take for granted. I've been here so long now, and I've been coming here for 17 years altogether, right? Making trips and stuff. So putting together a video about being a new expat here, I really probably forgot most of that stuff already, to be honest with you. But I can tell you things that I've done since I've been here and things that I continue to do that makes living out here in the province good. It's now I got to say that I'm not your typical person, right? So I'm a little introverted, and I don't need to be entertained a lot, right? So I still read at least 2 books a week, and I watch a couple movies, and I do this YouTube, and I keep myself pretty well busy. But if you're a retired person and you're not running a business, or you don't have a really interesting hobby to keep you busy, it can get kind of boring out here, right? There's no clubs, or not clubs that you should be going to, right? So I'm married, so there's only one bar in this entire town now that has live music, and that's only been, about 5 years now that it's been here. And I do frequent that bar a lot. It's Angelus there on the highway in Baras Rizal. And I do it to go out and see the band, and just to get out of the house every once in a while. It's interesting, but keeping yourself busy to me is probably more important than people realize. You come off of a 60, 70-hour work week, and you hit that retirement, and you hit it, and you just jam and hit all the things you've been wanting to do. But after a couple years, you're like, okay, either I've spent too much money doing this, or this isn't sustainable, or I'm just not having that much fun, and you settle down somewhere like the province of the Philippines. You need to have the right kind of mindset to be able to go days, if not weeks, without interacting with another Western person. I'm the only one in town as far as I know, and it is extremely rare that I have a conversation with a Western individual that's out here. And occasionally they'll come through, but they're not living here, right? They'll come through for a couple of weeks, visit their girlfriend's family or some such thing. So the number one thing you really got to do is keep yourself busy and plan on the downtime. How do you manage the downtime? I assume that this is something that all new retirees and people that have quit the rat race have to deal with. Enjoy reading again. Reading has always been a passion of mine, and books are free, basically. So that's the number one thing, is keep yourself busy, keep yourself occupied if you need to. Number two thing that I would highly suggest is, if you're not on a pension and you don't have a bazillion dollars in the bank, set yourself up some small businesses. One, it keeps you busy. Two, even if it brings in $200 or $500, $800, $1,000 a month, whatever comes in, most certainly helps you buy toys like the cameras I use for my YouTube or my drone or anything. It lets you have extra money for your hobbies, right? So it's great. For me, we own the building, right? And we have a very extremely tiny debt profile, and I won't go into details, but it's a lot less than most of you have on a single credit card. We have a very low debt profile, so we don't have to worry about having a mortgage payment or a car payment or anything like that. So the money's nice, right? So if you don't have a good money plan before you come out here, you really want to evaluate what you're going to be doing, year 2 of retirement, when you're bored and you want to go see things or spend money on stuff. The other thing is we've integrated ourselves with the community pretty well here, between sponsoring basketball or volleyball teams, especially a lot of volleyball stuff because my wife's a volleyball player. She loves that. But we've also involved ourselves with the local government, right? So we go to events. If they ask favors from us, we do what we can. We have met many police officers, chiefs of police, the fire department, and we try to keep a relationship established with the local government folks out here for a lot of reasons. One, as a prepper, I like to know what options that may be available from the local government unit in time of crisis, or if they need some assistance from me, and they have before, so it's great. So having a community, being involved, my wife is extremely involved. Everyone here knows her, or most people know her. And, so we have a community feel out here, right? So it's an interesting thing, because I didn't have this in the U.S., right? So in the U.S., I got up, went to work, came home, and if I had a select group of friends, I'd either meet them or they'd meet me, and we really weren't super close with all our neighbors. There's a couple that we were, but for the most part, I had no idea their names or what they did for a living. So building a community out here is great too. So the province is extremely laid back, extremely. So you need to be the type of individual that can entertain yourself, and you must learn patience. If you don't have patience, the frustration of how things get done out here will just drive you crazy, right? There's lines for most things because there's limited facilities and a lot of people are using them. If you go to an event, you can't expect Western style amenities, right? So you have to learn to kind of go with the flow and have patience. The service industry out here, other than franchises, tend to be on their time, not your time, right? So if they say they'll be there tomorrow, that might mean next week, okay? You might wake up at 6 a.m. and get ready for them to show up at 8 a.m. in the morning, and they're not going to show up. If they show up that day, it'll be later in the afternoon, and they're probably not ready or prepared to do whatever full service that you needed done, and they'll have to come back on another visit. It's frustrating, but that's the slow pace, right? It's definitely a slow pace. So I'm really not sure. So down below, drop in comments. This will help me put together a video, and let me know what you guys are curious about. What's it like living in a province? How long have I lived here? Well, 9 years plus full time, but how I go about my daily things, how does stuff gets done. These are the kind of questions that will help me drive some content to help you guys that are thinking about moving to the Philippines, specifically out into a province area. I can answer some of these questions ahead of time for you. That's all. I'm just putting this out there. This is kind of an intro, how I'm surviving in the province video, but it's really asking you guys to drop some comments below and let me know what you want to know. And I'll revisit this topic maybe in a couple weeks if I have some good questions, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. I know you like this stuff because 24% of the people in my survey says they want these videos. So you guys go ahead and hit that like button. I'm doing it for you guys. And I thank every one of you guys that watch my videos. Until next time, you guys be safe. Thank you.